When you meet someone at the first time and start to make conversation with them, at the middle of the conversation, there's a strange feeling comes to you. You feel just don't like to continue talking to that person. So, I'd like to spend these 5 minutes teaching you how to be a better conversationalist and to speak powerfully, to make a change in the world, and to make people listen to you consciously. Well, so I'm speaking to you using language because I can. This is actually one of the magical abilities that we humans have. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just making sounds with my mouth as I'm excited. I'm making tones, hisses, pause. And this, of course, are creating air vibrations in the ear. These air vibrations are traveling to you and they are hitting your eardrums. And then, of course, your brain takes these air vibrations from your eardrums and transforms them into thoughts. So, the human voice. It's the instrument we all play. It's the most powerful sound in the world, probably. It's the only one that can say a word or say, "I love you," me convincing me. And yet, many people have the experience where they speak, people don't listen to me. Why is that? And how can we speak powerfully to make a change in the world? Well, I'd like to suggest there are a number of habits that we need to move away from. I have assembled for your pleasure here 7 deadly sins of speaking. I'm not pretending this is an exhaustive list, but I think these are pretty large habits that we might fall into. First, gossip. Speaking out of somebody, not nice habit. Speaking out of somebody who's not present, not nice habit. And we all know perfectly well. The person gasps 5 minutes later will be gasping about us, which I think is a common problem among us. Second, judging. We have people who are like this in conversation, and it's very hard to listen to know if you know we're being judged and found wanting at the same time. Third, negativity. Well, you might fall into this. It's the wrong. You might fall into this. My grandma, in the last series of her life, she became very, very negative, and it's very hard to listen. I remember one day I said to her, "It's May 22nd." She said to me, "I know, it's May 24th." I got shocked because she didn't know anything about the time, the date, how suddenly she was an expert. And then another form of negativity, complaining. Well, this is the national art of Yemen. It's our national sport. We complain about the weather, about politics, about sports, about everything, but actually complaining is a very misery. It's not spreading sunshine and lightness in the world. And excuses. We've all met this guy, maybe you've all been this guy. Some people have a flamethrower. They just pass it to everybody else and don't take responsibility for their actions. And again, it's very hard to listen to somebody who's been like that. And finally, the dogmatism. The confusion of facts with the opinions. When these two things get conflated, you are listening to the wind. You know when somebody is bombarding you? You know when somebody is bombarding you with their opinions as if they were very, very true, it's very hard to listen. I will give you close example of information. You know, if I bring someone who is bigger, because of the read actually. If I bring that someone who has a discrimination religious or whatever, he belongs to a political party, and start to make a conversation against him, the conversation is going to be so complicated. As you are listeners, as I'm speakers, because he gets the facts with his opinions and get them conflated. And all he wants to do right now, just to make you his side, either by force or by shouting at you, or give you live information, whatever it is. So we should avoid like these people. We have enough problem, by the way. So here they are, 7 deadly sins of speaking. These are things we need to avoid. So there's a question for itself here. Is there a pastor? What do you think about this? Fortunately, yes, there are. I'd like to suggest there are really 4 powerful cornerstones, foundation that we can stand for if we want our speeches to be powerful and to make people listen to us consciously. Fortunately, these things are spelled a word. The word is hell. And it has a great definition as well. I'm not talking about the stuff that falls from the sky and hits you in the head. I'm talking about the great definition to preach or play enthusiastically, which is how I think our words will be received. So if we stand in these 4 things, so what do they stand for? The H, honesty, of course, being straight, what you say, being clear and straight. And the A, authenticity, being yourself. My friend Wahid described it as standing on your own truth, which I think is a lovely way to put it. And the A, integrity. Just be in your work, actually doing what you say, and being somebody people can trust. Be love, be honest love. I don't mean romantic love, but I do wishing people well. For two reasons. First of all, I think absolute honesty may not what we want. You know, when you meet someone at the first time and start to spill, to tell them the truth, you're ugly, that's not necessary. Tempered with love, actually, is a great thing. So that's what he said. To close my idea, there is a quote of Mark Twain. He said, "Everybody is an expert in something." Okay? Everybody is an expert in something. So keep in mind, I highly recommend you talk to the people, listen to the people, and the most importantly, be prepared to be amazed. Thank you for listening.